About been fly, check the air miles. It's overthrow in the damn town. Know the game on my cash cow. Hey, business but for pleasure. This chest ain't no checkers. Birds of a feather flock to.
Yo, good morning, people. You know who it is. It's Tay Wiz live from the Man Cave as usual. For those subscribers out there that's not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that bell. If you're not subscribed to my Twitter page, hit that bird at TAE_WIGGS. And of course, the website is below. I watched a couple of games over the weekend. The first one, well, I watched the same team twice. Let's be honest. I watched the Toronto Raptors and the Houston Rockets game. What the Toronto Raptors did to the Houston Rockets was good. They played defense. And first and foremost, let's talk about the Raptors fan base. Like I said, I took trips to Toronto, talked to a couple of fans up there and what they wanted to see on their team. And when I seen from the Raptors team, are they the best team in the East? They still getting questioned. They still getting unnoticed. I'm still trying to figure out why the media outlets is not giving the Raptors their time to shine. This is a different Raptors team that you had seen in the previous years. We got to see what they're going to do in the playoffs, but as of right now, they are the best team in the Eastern Conference. Why? Because their record says so. They beaten teams in dramatic fashion. Hard-nosed defense. Making smart plays. And this is another team that I like to watch. Why? First and foremost, I'm going to tell you why I like to watch the Raptors. This team doesn't play hero ball. They not every man for themselves. If one person is not hitting, man, they spread the team, they spread everything around, and they spread the love. So when I look at certain times, I look at through the stat sheets and stuff like that. Some people call them the stat sheets. One thing I like to look around about the Toronto Raptors is how they don't commit turnovers like that. They one of the teams in the league that don't commit a lot of turnovers. When you don't commit a lot of turnovers and keep your turnover ratio down, you tend to win more games. You have longer possessions of the basketball. And when it is to the Houston Rockets, we know James Harden may be, I'm not going to say maybe, James Harden is one of the toughest guys in the league to guard. Just because he has a Euro step, and he's a left-handed person, and he has a wide body. To me, James Harden is really a two guard, but he's at the one spot. Because he's so big, he can get anywhere he wants to. At the same time, Chris Paul is playing more of a two role, which make the shooting guard and the opposing team have to come out and check him more, so James Harden get more shots. Other guys get more shots as well. So I knew that Chris Paul had this type of repertoire in his game. His first 4 years in the league when he played for the New Orleans Hornets, he was almost a walking triple-double. So now he comes to the Houston Rockets and take a lesser role, but at the same time, teams are still focused on Chris Paul, on what he does. But at the same time, the Toronto Raptors say, you know what? We're going to push the pace on you guys. We're going to make you guys run this floor. Houston like to run too, but one thing I always tell people, you live by the three, you die by the three. The more threes you take, the more threes you go miss. So the Houston Rockets is one of them teams that are not hitting threes. Their game plan is out of whack. Just because James Harden will get back enough on transition defense to contain the opposing player to try to keep from getting a basket. DeMar DeRozan, he's not a great three-point shooter. Probably won't or never will probably be in his career. But he is a lethal mid-range shooter from 12 and 15 feet. He can get anywhere he wants to on the court. He's strong, 6'7", and he attacks the hole. That's what I like about him. Not a guards in the league that his height doesn't attack the hole. I think it's him, Harden, Russell Westbrook, even Kyrie. I think those might be some of the guys who I see attack the hole a lot. And besides John Wall once he come back from injury. So you got guys like that who attack the hole all the time. Toronto Raptors took care of business. And Houston, now I sat back and watched this game, I was like, okay, this for the benefit of the doubt. The Houston Rockets was on a 16-game winning streak. I said, okay, I'm going with the Rockets did win this game. Then by halftime, I was just looking what the Rockets was doing. Every chance they can get, either shoot a three or try to throw an alley oop, and it wasn't working. So I sat down and analyzed the first half. I'm like, okay, this is going to happen. Second half, Dwayne Casey going to have his team come out as game busters. They're going to scrap. They're going to dive on the floor for loose balls. They're going to do whatever it takes. And that's what they did in the second half against the Houston Rockets. Took care of business. James Harden trying to hit the game-winning shot. But when you watch James Harden, I always tell people this guy traveled like none other guy in the league. So that last game shot, he was trying to take the force overtime. He took 3 steps back for a jump shot, and the referee didn't call a travel. You have to call that spot. I don't care if it was 0.2 of a 10 seconds left. A travel is a travel at the end of the day. And the first thing, if he would have made this shot that they came on TV, it was like got a controversy ending to this game. James Harden took 3 steps back and shot the ball. He always traveling. We know the Raptors took care of business at home. They beat them 108-105. The reason I say I watched the Raptors twice, I just want to see how they was going to respond after that win. The next day or so, they go to New York. You know, most teams, when they get wins like that with a quality team, they tend to sit the back seats, legs up, and don't care. The Toronto Raptors are making a statement. They go to New York. Yes, the Knicks is hurt and depleted right now, but you have to beat teams. They beat the Knicks 106-132. Like I said, they don't play hero ball. When you look down the stat sheet, this person may have 12, this person have 11, this person has 16, this person has 17, this person has 14. Everybody is chipping in for the win. And once a lot of teams put the egos to a side, you accomplish more as a unit. Their bench unit is the best bench unit in the NBA. They are the best bench unit. By that, you can sit a DeMar DeRozan down. You can sit down a Kyle Lowry. You can sit down a Serge Ibaka. And the other guys that come in, a CJ Miles, a Fred VanVleet. These guys can give you valuable minutes. And especially what is key for teams like this who making playoff pushes, you get the starters a break. They can sit down for almost a half a quarter, then come back in. You say, you know what? Our team up by 10. Bring our starters back in. Let's go on this 8-0 run. Next thing, boom. They up by 18. Ain't no recovering from that. So you got to respect a team like the Toronto Raptors. Like I said, ESPN, Fox Sports, all these media outlets is not giving the Raptors respect. The first thing you do, you turn TV on, they go to the Cavs, Warriors, Rockets, and stuff like that, and Celtics. But they're not respecting the Raptors. Yes, we know they play in Canada. They team up to their slogan, "We the North." You got to respect them. They is putting in work, and it's going unnoticed. I can see a player going under the radar, but a whole team, ESPN, baby, come holler at me, man. I can do this. You gotta emphasize on the other teams out there. We know that ESPN is a big media outlet. They only looking for the big stories. They looking for the LeBron Jameses. They looking for the James Hardens. They looking for the Kyrie Irvings. But at the same time, you have to show love to everyone. And I just want to see what this Raptors team is going to do when it comes playoff time. Like I said, Kyle Lowry held it down with 16 points. Next person on him has 13. Different people score, and another reason I like how they won this game too. DeMar DeRozan played 28 minutes, people, and only had 9 points, and they still won in dramatic fashion. So, Coach of the Year this year gonna be kind of hard. Dwayne Casey could be Coach of the Year. Maybe the Houston Rockets coach could be Coach of the Year. But right now, it's some sleeper coaches right now for Coach of the Year. I'm going to say the Pelicans coach might be Coach of the Year. Terry Stotts might be the Coach of the Year for the Trailblazers. Alvin Gentry of the Pelicans. The coach for the Pacers. It's a lot. The coach for the 76ers is definitely a dark horse. You got a lot of teams, and their coaches can be Coach of the Year. Another game I did take venue to was the Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves. No Steph Curry due to the ankle injury. You know, Andre Iguodala is out, they say, because of back issues. I'm going to tell you one thing I'm going to say about this game. Ain't about Andre Iguodala. Iggy is not injured in my eyes. They may put on a report. The Golden State Warriors or right now is trying to get Iggy the rest. We need this. He's the Army Swift knife for the team. They need him as that utility guy. We gonna rest him. We need your legs when it come playoff time for these rounds, from the first round to the second to the third, and all the way to the NBA Finals. We need you. So we're gonna give you all the rest you can. But the one thing that do scare me about the Golden State Warriors, their bench is shaky, and this is not the best bench I've seen. I keep telling everybody that the bench is always gonna cause trouble. And the reason I'm saying that because we know what the starters can do. We know what Clay can do. You know what Day can do. You know what KD can do. You know what Steph can do. But on this loss right here, they really don't have... Hey, Warriors fans and fans out there with basketball, don't get mad at me when I say this. They don't have rim protection. They don't use JaVale McGee a lot. If I were the Warriors, I'm bringing West off the bench, and I'm bringing Zion off the bench. I am starting JaVale McGee. He runs the floor. He may do some crazy things every now and then. He runs the floor, and he rebounds, and he protects the basket. I would start him for the rest of the season and see how this play out into the playoffs. Because if you do that, you talk about the Golden State Warriors can possibly win a championship again. On paper, this team is by far one of the greatest shooting teams I've ever seen in my life in NBA history. I've seen some great shooting players on teams. But you talk about a plethora of players on one team. But you got 3 out of 5 starters who can shoot lights out. Klay Thompson can go off a 30 in the quarter. We know Steph can go off a 30 in the quarter. And we know KD, the Slim Reaper, can go off a 30 as well. So you don't know what type of Warriors player you may get in a mix-up. What the Timberwolves did to the Warriors, and they defeated them 109 to 103. I'm looking at where Karl Anthony Towns had 31 points, 16 rebounds, and he scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. And you looking at a Jeff Teague with 10 points. Andrew Wiggins showed his butt off with 23 points, 9 boards. A younger team, yes, and I tell people, if you take Steph Curry out the lineup, because a lot of their offense revolves around Steph. Other players get more shots, but it's not as the high volume as Steph. Because when Steph is out there, it's almost like they want to play double team on Steph. You like, we got to contain Steph. We cannot let him get hot. Because this guy can shoot threes from the tunnel. He can throw layups 50 feet in the air. They come straight down all net, no rim. And Steph Curry, no one says, he is the baby face killer. He scares the opposing coaches and the players. Nobody say. And this is the first time some people made me hear me talk like this about the Golden State Warriors. Like I said, I'm a fan of the Cavaliers, but real recognize real. And I'm going to tell you some facts about Steph Curry. When he's out there, he's smiling at you. At the same time, he's killing people softly. Like Lauryn Hill said, killing me softly. Killing them softly. Killing them. I criticize Steph by taking a lot of high volume shots, but that's his game predicated on. The more shots he take, which is scary, is the more shots he make. You seen some players, the more shots they take, the more shots they miss. In this guy's case, the more shots that he take, the more shots that he make. He is arguably he's going to go down as the greatest 3-point shooter or probably shooter in NBA history. We have some great 3-point shooters in the past. Glenn Rice, who people tend to forget every now and then. Robert Horry, Reggie Miller. I can keep going. Ray Allen. It's been some great shooters. Even Steve Smith was a great shooter. From beyond the arc. There have been some guys out there. Larry Bird. This list is so long. Trying to school you guys on some game. When I said Glenn Rice, some people are like, Glenn Rice. I forgot about Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice was a sniper from deep. Don't get it twisted. Because he played with the Hornets and the Heat and the Lakers. He was a sniper. And he would give you a quick 30. Easily. I'm just looking at this Timberwolves team against the Warriors. Yes, the Warriors are short-handed. He has some main pieces missing. Like I said, Steph and Andre Iguodala. Now, Those are some glue tight guys they missing. But what the T Wolves did, and Derrick Rose only played 25 minutes with 2 points in his debut with the T Wolves with 2 assists in the board. But Timberwolves need to keep this same play up, this same exact play up. Once Jimmy Butler come back, because they got some pieces, man. Can they go deep and make a run at this thing? Because what they did, they let the Warriors know. Like I keep telling people not scared to play Warriors and Cavs. It's just you, as a team, you have to stick to your game plan. Stick to the script. What else I'm talking about? The Boston Celtics lost. I didn't watch the game. I see that not Steph Curry. I see that Kyrie Irving went down early in the first quarter with left knee soreness. That's the same knee that he buckled in the NBA Finals the first time go around. And one thing I was saying, if he would have stayed with Cleveland, he said he would have sat out and would have forced knee surgery. Be careful what you wish for. I like Kyrie Irving as a player, man. Killer instinct. Want to do it on his own. You can't blame nobody who want to do it on their own. Blame them. You can't blame them. But be careful what you wish for. I hope that knee is fine. The swelling probably came back. When you go to sleep, everything swell up. Kyrie Irving, don't play with your legs, man. At the end of this season, it depends how far you go in this playoff run. Get that surgery immediately. I want to see how good you and Gordon Hayward gonna be together on the floor. It can be scary, but until then, if I was the Boston Celtics, they did lose to the Pacers. The Pacers leaped the Cavaliers from 4th to 3rd. If I was the Boston Celtics this summer, I am shopping Al Horford and Greg Monroe heavily, so you can get a Anthony Davis or a Boogie Cousins. They may stay, but you gotta make a move at that center position. I don't need my center shooting threes to come playoff time. Al Horford in the playoffs is not your best playoff weapon. He live and die by the three when you get to the playoffs. So you better hope they don't come back and haunt you. The Pacers took care of the job, like I said. Victor Oladipo, hands down, probably the most improved player. And I like the way his game is predicated. He learned, like I keep telling people on segment, he learned from Russell Westbrook. He played in Orlando where they had no veteran. Get traded from Orlando to OKC. He signed away Russell Westbrook was eating it. How his body was staying in shape. And he took those same things up. And plus he's working out in Miami with the Dwayne Wade trainer. So shout out to Dwayne Wade's trainer for getting Victor Oladipo in that beast mode shape. So if you watch this video, man, I shouted him out, man. I might have to come down there and train myself with Dwayne Wade's trainer. Hands down. I know where you located at, bro. The other game I did watch, the Utah Jazz. Like I said, I'm an avid fan of Donovan Mitchell. This dude scored 27 points last night. This is his 26th game, I believe, scoring 20 plus, more or better. The last person who did this in his rookie campaign year was Blake Griffin. Donovan Mitchell, him and Ricky Rubio put the team on their back. When Utah was up and they just took over, AD right now is scary. Yes, on his 25th birthday, yes, we know he lost to the Jazz. We know he had 25 points, 11 boards, and 10 blocks, 3 steals, and also 3 assists. That is a stat line. When you put up numbers like that and get the L, all bets is off. Those numbers don't mean nothing unless you walk away with that W. Hands down. And Ricky Rubio had 30 points, people. Not only had 30 points, this is what I like about Ricky Rubio, what he did. He had 10 rebounds and 7 assists. So if you got Ricky Rubio almost out here getting a triple-double on you, you know that's not a good look for the opposing team. And Ricky Rubio is another player who don't get respect because he played over there in Spain. The rules are different. Like a lot of the teams over in the EuroLeague, they still play with the old-fashioned NBA rules, which I like. I can still touch you. I can hand-check defense. Can't get away with a lot of stuff. And Ricky Rubio, he molded himself different, got tattoos, got his hair slicked back like he's supposed to be in the movie. It's a different Ricky Rubio. He probably feels some type of way when the Timberwolves got rid of him. And what the Utah Jazz is doing is great. That team, where they at, they are fighting for a playoff spot. And between 7, 8, and 9, And 10 is a fight to the end. It's a fight to the end. The Pelicans, like I said, if they had DMC, DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie, they would be way more polished than this. This team is polished. If they had Boogie healthy, this team would have went deep in the playoffs. Don't get it twisted. This Pelicans team may scare somebody in the first round, but I don't see the Warriors losing in the first round. I can see them Warriors beating somebody in the first round, probably a sweep or in 5. This team, the Pelicans and the Jazz, hard-nosed defense teams. They grinders. They grind it out. The reason I like the Pelicans as well too for a playoff team, because at Rajon Rondo at that point guard spot, it's like a quarterback. Put players in the right position where they can score, and they got Meritovich too. People probably forgot he went down there on that trade. And once them guys get hot, man, it's like almost insane to stop a team like that. So I wish DeMarcus Cousins was not hurt and he could play with Meritovich alongside with Anthony Davis. Because Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, them between them, they can score 50 points. That's 25 apiece. I'm just like what I'm seeing for these teams as they make a push for the playoffs. Like I said, Damian Lillard right now, his team is in 3rd place. 3rd. Yes. Pelicans in the 4th. And I'm going to talk about this like I did in the East Coast and the West Coast. Those teams not getting no respect. Yes, Anthony Davis putting up numbers, but the Pelicans and especially the Trailblazers, it's not getting respect for what they doing for their respectful teams. Y'all know who I am. Like I said, check me out on my Twitter. You got to hit that bird. Definitely check me out on the YouTube blogs. You got to hit that bell at TAE_WIGGS. And of course, the website below. Y'all know how I do it. Shout out to my people over there, man. OutlineOhio.com, man. Scotty, man. Bless me with some more stuff, man. Y'all know how we do, man. Keep rocking. Shout out to y'all. If y'all need some new stuff over there, man, go to Sneaker One Way too, man. You know how they do. Sneaker One Way Closet, man. Holla at your boy, man. Peace.